This is, as we like to say for obvious reasons, the garage door cabin. We were hired by the owner to renovate this floating cabin, a unique property for reasons far beyond the fact that it's floating, over the past few months. This owner had hired multiple contractors over the last few years who all ultimately gave up. Now, it's our turn to take a stab at it. Whether we should have taken the hint and steered clear of it like the pros, or whether we might just have a few secret ingredients that others didn't have, remains to be seen. If you're tuning in with us for the first time, feel free to check out our playlist sharing the progress from this journey in real time here on our channel starting with day 1. But today, we're picking back up where we left off last week after that random snowstorm. The lake is still dropping and we are point blank out of time. This cabin's gotta go. But luckily, we're taking y'all with it. This is Brandon, I'm Sarah, and of course, our beloved Aiko. Frustrated by the ever-increasing cost of living, we sold everything, went out on a limb, and left our traditional life on land behind. We built a new kind of dream together, and have been living full-time in our homemade slice of paradise ever since. We are always learning new ways to navigate this unique life off the grid and on the water, so grab a drink and join us for the ever-evolving adventure that is keeping afloat. Just in the nick of time too. Here's the hole it was sitting in. Look at that little passageway through there. That was so tight. We probably could have waited like 2 more days even. Well, hold up. I guess I ought to back up a few hours. As y'all recall, last week we had just feet to spare underneath the garage door cabin before running it aground at best, or at worst, trapping it in this soon-to-be dried up cove on far from flat ground. Reason being that our lake levels are dropping this time of year. It's not drought, it's a dam controlled thing, but nonetheless, due to that, the spot that we've temporarily moored this cabin so that we could work on it more conveniently is not a spot it can stay long term. And in addition to water levels dropping, wintertime brings in big winds, so this cabin, just like our own, has to be properly anchored in order to be safe. It's not as simple as just moving it to a deeper spot and tying it off to a tree. All this to say, it was time for this cabin to return miles back down the lake to the harbor it originally came from, where its anchors awaited. And as per usual, we cut it pretty close on the timing.
All right, so moving day, ran out of water. So we're gonna take this little guy back down the lake. It's almost finished, just got about a week or so of work left, but we'll have to drive to it every day. 30-minute boat ride, 30-minute back, no big deal. I'm just pulling out of the harbor now. As you can see, normally I put boats on both sides, and today I've got a boat in the back, and I've got ropes to the back of the boat. Give me some steerage, hold me on the house. It's just a solo run today, don't have any help. And we're gonna get it to Sawyer's Creek. A little slower than it was getting here, but we'll get it there. Got a wind blowing on our nose right now. It's supposed to die, switch, and come from the back of us. That's what we want.
Just in the nick of time too. Alrighty, now y'all are caught up.
I'll be at work all day, so unfortunately I'm not able to help him, and unfortunately Jericho hurt his back and is not able to go with Brandon, so he's on his own today. It's the first time he's ever moved a cabin down the lake on his own. I'm confident he's capable. It's just, you know, if anything were to go wrong, like outside of his control, it can be tough to troubleshoot things like that with just one person. So fingers crossed everything goes well, that the weather holds for him, and you know, that nothing crazy pops up. So we will see.
Little unexpected headwind, should be blowing behind me, but we're pushing. We're not going real fast, but we're moving forward. And we got this sunrise. If that's not enough right there. Back it on up. Imagine waking up in the morning in this boathouse, opening up your garage door. Boom. All right, so I've been going at it since 7. It's 11 o'clock now. I'm getting close to the mouth of their harbor. Only making 2 miles an hour. Had a headwind the whole way. But we're getting there. It's been cold. But it's supposed to be 68 degrees today, but I don't know when it's coming. Probably once I get off the lake, it'll warm up. But that's cool. I'll go ride my bicycle when it's hot and be on the lake when it's cold. But yeah, everything's going good. We're down the lake. Let's see, how do I flip this thing? It's my little station here. Got a little jam box, a little coffee, some gloves, and in case I catch on fire, I can put myself out. But we're doing good. Everything's going good. Lake finally calmed down. The winds died, which is about par for course since I'm there. Been nice if this wind was like this on the way down. I could have made extra mile an hour or so, but whatever. But yeah, this has been my view all day. I'm just looking through here to make sure I don't run into anything. But super fun, super cool. Alrighty, let's go get this thing on the anchor.
Now, we could pretend I'm just creating a little suspense here, but the reality is that's the last video old Cowbell took. We'll give him a pass, though, because he was indeed doing it all by himself, and the safe mooring of the cabin was, of course, the priority. Anyways, the following day, it was time to finish building and also transport the 2 docks that will be attached to the house. The smaller dock we had Lenny rebuild anew last week, so all we lacked today was steadying it up a bit. Brandon has gone to grab some Quikrete, and here shortly he'll be back and he'll be installing that Quikrete underneath this back dock. If you missed last week, he kind of explained about that a little bit, but the idea is basically with a dock this small, this narrow, it's very prone to feel tippy and to wobble around. It's just not enough weight to be super solid under your feet. And so the way that we're mitigating that is by building the dock a little bit higher than it actually needs to be and then weighing it down with Quikrete so that by the time that it's even with the dock where it's supposed to be, it's very heavy, very solid, not quite so tippy. That's the idea. And in the meantime, Lenny and Jericho are up top in the trailer parking area working on re-wooding. They're taking off the wood on the old front dock and replacing the wood on it. That's the word, replacing the wood. The woman whose house this is, she didn't want to buy all new floats and make like a completely new dock for that one. It is expensive to do things like that. So we're just kind of renovating the dock, if you will, by replacing the wood instead of the whole thing. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. Sometimes when you're working with old floats, it's hard to make things level. But again, we can always use Quikrete to try and level things out a little bit. So we will see.
All right. Put new float in the center of this dock. You remember the old big crappy one pulled all the boards off? Now it's time to see how she floats. Should be pretty decent, better than it was. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, here I am again, towing something down the lake. Got 2 docks hooked together to make one dock so it's easier to tow. Anyways, beautiful day, 70 degrees. Of course, as always, the wind is blowing at me, so it's making me slow. But, I mean, really, is it all that bad? I could be there already, drilling, screwing, working. Instead, I got my feet propped up on the steering wheel, trying to live my best life. Guess you could consider this a day on the lake. That's right. This is gonna be where our home stays. Got all the stuff hooked up. Got to stay in this dock here, in that back dock. But this is her little mooring. Pretty cool spot. It's like straight down. Plenty of water. Well, house is back here on this mooring. Got the docks hooked up. Pretty level. Cleats are on. Came out pretty good. This was the other dock. It's a little wobbly, but doesn't have the new floats. A little hot water heater install. Just kind of making little headway on all the small stuff. Batteries in, wired up. Hot water heaters in. Still got to put a little gasket material in that. But it's plumbed up, ready to go. House is looking good. Got the bathtub, vanity, toilet. Time to throw down. Get it all going. Front pontoon does not stay. This little workboat. She's looking good.
Meanwhile, back on the ranch. Got me some new running shoes. First time in like 2 years. That was overdue. So putting them to good use today. Barely made it back before darkness there. Won't be too long, it'll be time for us to put up our Christmas decorations, huh y'all? I am excited.
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. I'll bite your ass, Sarah!
Look at that face. She is like
Unamused.
she's like, bro, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna bite you.
Good morning! I'm so excited for the day today. I have nothing that I have to do today, which makes it a great day in and of itself. So naturally, I made a list of things I want to do today. And let me just paint you a little picture of how the day's gonna go. It's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna start by going and getting our persimmons. Yes, the persimmon saga continues. Last week, if you saw our snow day vlog, obviously we got our first frost, you could say that. My persimmon tree should be more than ready. My only concern is like I haven't checked in like a week. I kind of been dropping the ball on that. So hopefully bears and other critters haven't gotten all of the persimmons that have dropped already. After that, I'm gonna go to the marina. There's some bananas that are left over from our trash cleanup. That was one of our, snacks that we provided. They're overly ripe now. Hello, banana bread is calling, so I'm gonna go bake some banana bread. At some point during the day, I'm gonna get some exercise in. I've been thinking about maybe taking the pedal kayak back out. Workout TBD. And then lastly, I'm gonna go to the dam to film a reel for Bryson City about the dam. I'm gonna wait till like the golden hour sunset type time period. Should be really nice. But for right now, let's go get Aiko and our persimmons. Okay, definitely looks like the ones that have dropped already have been consumed, but that's okay. I might be able to wiggle some off the tree. There they go. All right. Okay, I think that's more than enough. There's still some left on the ground, but I think I got what I need. What do you think, Miss Bear? Let's go. Definitely gonna have to clean out Brandon's boat. He just washed it yesterday.
So first things first, I removed all the remaining twigs and debris off my harvest, then gave it a good rinse. Then I removed the little tops, which I did keep because aren't they just too cute? I'm thinking of making my own garland like people do with the orange slices this year. This might be a fun addition. Anyways, after that, I blended the fruit up and slowly but surely picked out the zillion seeds by hand. One of those seed separators would have come in handy, but hey, like I said, I had nothing to do today. With my persimmon paste processed, I decided I was going to make a loaf of persimmon bread. I already had most everything I needed to make that banana bread later, and so I basically followed a standard banana bread recipe, but swapped the bananas for persimmons. I also added walnuts and some brown sugar. Raisins would have gone a long way, I think, but alas, I didn't have any. Oh, I can't tell you how sweet the house smelled while this was baking.
Oh, and yes, I did cut the seed open, which by the way was incredibly difficult to do without slicing your finger. I'm lucky I got this open, but if you guys aren't up to date on persimmon lore, old timers say that when you cut the persimmon seed open, if there's a shape in there that looks like a spoon, it's a prediction for a lot of snow that winter. If it looks like a fork, that is a mild winter. And if it looks like a knife, that is going to be a very cold, harsh winter that cuts you like a knife, you know. So let me show you what our persimmon forecast is for this winter. Looks to me like we'll be getting a lot of snow, huh? I'd call that a spoon. There you have it, folks. The persimmon has spoken.
All right, now for our finished product.
That's a big gust. Oh my goodness. Sorry. First things first. Holy crap, that's amazing. 2 thumbs up. That is so good. But more urgent matters. That had to be like a 40-mile-an-hour gust. Let me get these chairs in. Then we will sit and enjoy our bread. All right, back to this masterpiece. Magnificent. So good. I'm so excited. That's been like on my mind to do for quite a little while, and I'm glad I went with like a sweet bread instead of the sourdough. All the variables with sourdough and the starter and the way it changes things, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure it would have been as good, but that is really good. Must go take some of this bread to my love, obviously.
What's this?
Persimmon bread. Out of the backyard, farm to table, if you will.
Is that farm to table?
Yeah, you could say that.
You farm the gluten in this bread?
Yeah, well.
How about that?
I love this thing. Killer.
What'd you think, Miss Bear? Alrighty, as for the banana bread, I'm gonna give you guys the abridged version. Here we go. Ta-da! Sorry, I forgot to take a video before I took a big old chunk out of it, but that's okay.
Off to the dam to film our reel. It should be close to sunset when we get there. I'll show you guys. Good girl. Let's go.
Alrighty, y'all, that's it for this week. We are so excited to wrap up this garage door cabin saga here soon. Remember to check out that playlist on our channel page if you missed any of the progress along the way. In the meantime, we're wishing y'all all the best from our neck of the woods. Be well.